Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Ayobami Bakari. If you have been tuning in, you've been following along with the Common App series, thank you so much. If you've been commenting, sharing, subscribing, basically engaging with all the videos, thank you so much. So at this point, we're at the questions part of our college. I added University of Minnesota Twin Cities for those of you that have not been following me. I'm going to try and put all of the common app videos in a playlist and put the link in the description box below so that you can be following me jejely. So the questions part, the thing is, guys, let me explain. I already filmed this video, but all of this, like what is on my screen, wasn't showing. So it was just blank. So it looks as if I've answered everything without you guys. No, that's just waiting shit. So we stopped at the contact. We stopped at contact. Um, so basically, I explained that for your contacts, you can put your parents on here, their emails, their details. You can put for your legal guardians. And so I'm just gonna click yes, put the first name and relationship to your email address. If you want to add another person, you click to expand. Just be adding people, add grandma, grandpa, grandfather, sister, brother. So you can see that you can add as much as you want, as many as you want. English. All right, so now the family information aspect. Do you come from a single parent household? No, I do not. But if you do, please put in yes. And like you don't have any other questions to answer. So will you be a first generation college student? Students are considered first generation college students if no parent or guardian has received a 4-year undergraduate degree from a college or university. So if your parent has OND, HND, that means like the two of them, that's what they have, then you're a first generation student. But if your dad probably has like a bachelor's and your mom has just a ND or OND or vice versa, then you're not a first generation student. Okay. It says no parent, like not one, no parent. Okay. And if you are in a situation whereby you have a legal guardian instead of parents or plus parents, then if they have any of those, if one of them has it, then you're not a first generation college student. So for me, I'm not a first generation college student. Have any of your family members been employed by University of Minnesota? No. Have any members of your family attended University of Minnesota Twin Cities? Nope. And so you're probably wondering, why are they asking me all these questions? To the best of my knowledge is for scholarship purposes, and so for them to know the kind of support and resource programs they can give you to. So basically you have some schools have legacy scholarships, some schools have like a lot of things that they give first generation students, which is why you need to be truthful. Please do not lie, and please make sure that you're staying in line and in tune. Okay. Is English your native language? Are you from Nigeria? Of course, English. Are you playing me? Of course, English is my native language, guys. So additional required information, like I said in my last video where I did the part 1 questions, I said that this question section, even though it's long, we're gonna finish it in one video. So, have you been expelled, suspended, or placed on probation at any high school, college, or university for academic dishonesty? Is it dishon or dishon? Dishonesty or for sexual misconduct? No. As an adult or juvenile, have you been found legally responsible for a sexual offense, or do you have sexual offense charges pending against you at this time? No. So you're going to pick what applies to you. Okay. We're going to pick what applies to you. International. Which curriculum will complete your secondary education? I picked WAEC because remember in our testing section, we already put WAEC there. But if you're someone that you did WAEC, you did NECO, please just use WAEC instead so that the school is able to understand and comprehend your curriculum better. In some schools they don't even recognize NECO, so let's be divinely guided. So on here you can choose other curriculum and then you can put NECO, so you'd be putting National Examinations Council. All right, and okay, you'll be choosing National Examination Council, and then you'll be putting in parentheses NECO, NECO, just so that they can understand. And then please keep in mind that in case they do not accept that, because I feel like for some people they did better in NECO than in WAEC, and so that's why they want to submit that and push it. But it's not every school that will ask for your WAEC, so don't panic. It's not every school that will ask for your NECO, so don't panic. It's your transcript that is Coco. So I'm going to remove that and I'm going to choose WAEC. And there's other curriculums on here. If your curriculum is not here, like if your school follows a British curriculum, please put that in there. My school did British and Nigeria, but the WAEC one, since I didn't put my IGCSE info there, I'm just going to leave it on here as WAEC, as if I didn't do all of that. If they now need my IGCSE, I'll send an email to them and be like, guys, I wrote IGCSE. Do you need it? Please review it too, okay? I did that for some schools that were asking for English proficiency. I just submitted my IGCSE results because we carry a star in English. Okay, so that's what I did for certain schools. So if you do not currently hold an F1 visa, do you plan to switch to an F1 visa? That is for people that probably have a valid US visa. Like maybe you have a B2 visa, maybe you went to the US on break, on holiday, whatever it is, your visa would need to be switched from F1 to from B2 to F1. I'm sorry that I keep looking down, but I'm just trying to make sure that this thing is recording, not like last time. So I'm choosing no because as a potential international student who has probably never traveled to the US before, you do not have a valid visa. So you need an F1 visa from the beginning, from the there. Testing. The University of Minnesota is not requiring an ACT or SAT score for fall 2024 admission. You have written it does not mean that you should not submit it, or does not mean that it's not going to be recognized, okay? Like I said, a lot of schools are test optional, especially in the emails that people have been sending to me. Do you want your ACT or SAT scores considered in the review of your application for admission? If I choose no, probably because in my testing I already put no. So that means please make sure that whatever you're putting there is tallying with what you're putting here also. I acknowledge that once I submit my application, I cannot change my preference. So let's say you submitted your application today and your SAT results came out in December and you're like, oh, the deadline is December 15th, but I've submitted my application today. Can you guys now switch and start checking? Can you guys now use my SAT in addition to the application I submitted? That is not possible, especially when you've already put no, do not consider. So acknowledge that. The Common App Standard testing section does not provide an option for highest SAT total. And so please answer yes if you would like to submit your SAT scores. And so even though you have put on there that you want your SAT or ACT to be used in your testing section in the Common App, you're still going to put your SAT scores. So if I put yes, if you have an ACT test score to report, they're asking you to use the Common App testing section. So like I said, each school will have certain questions that will drop down based on the answer you put above. And so you're able to put all of your SAT details, your scores, your dates, and all of those things on here. All right. So if you still feel confused, but the Lord will open the eyes of your understanding, you'll be well enlightened. Okay. For any other questions that you might have, you feel free to send me emails. Feel free to put it in the comment section, but I basically prefer you guys to put it in the comment section just so that I'm able to answer the questions and other people that have those questions can see too. But if you feel like, oh, this is very personal, feel free to email me. My email is in the description box below. Short answer: the university values diversity, right? Enrolling at a diverse community of scholars interested in learning with and from each other foster discussion and discovery inside and outside of the classroom. Please share briefly how you might contribute to or benefit from our community of scholars. the minimum number of words is 1 and the maximum is 150. So you know you're not putting too many words. So I would advise you on here that you put in what you want to contribute. Let it be more than what you want to benefit from the school. And if you feel like, oh, at this point in my life, I don't have anything to contribute regarding diversity, please put what you're going to benefit. Please put the things you're looking forward to learning. And this is the point where you begin to go to each school's website and begin to check, like, oh, do they have the African Students Union? Do they have the round pantry? Do they organize food drives? Do they organize certain things like that? Like maybe during the food drive, you want to cook one African dish like that. They are very interested in things like that, okay? Maybe you know how to sew, maybe you're very good with like craft stuff, like with your hands, and you probably want to be able to create a group or a club whereby people can learn how to do that and probably start their own business on Etsy. Like Etsy is like one Google it. Sha. It's like a marketplace for like handcrafted stuff, and it's just pretty nice and cool. Electronic signature statement. Most times when you're asked to sign on Common App, you're signing your full name. Don't mind this name. This is a prototype name that I started this application with. And that brings me to the end of our questions video. The recommenders and the Ferpa video will be coming up after this video, the week after this video. And so for the recommenders and Ferpa part, so many people have asked me to show the recommenders part, the counselors part. And so you probably receive 3 videos in 3 weeks or 3 videos in 1 week regarding the recommenders and Ferpa. So this would be, the first video will be from your side, how to add teachers, what to do, how to assign your counselor and all of those things. Second video will be from your counselor aspect, and the third video will be from your teacher's aspect. So definitely make sure to stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share to your friends, share to people that you know that they need it. It's free of charge. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Stay in the word of God. Jesus loves you. Bye, guys.